I'm trying to figure out if there actually is a genocide happening, I get like in South Africa. So please correct me if I'm wrong about anything. But my current understanding is that the people accusing South Africa of committing genocide are specifically accusing South Africa of committing genocide against the Afrikaners, who are descendants of Dutch settlers. And out of approximately the 65.4 million people in South Africa, 4.5 million are white and 2.7 million are Afrikaners. And Afrikaners are the descendants of Dutch settlers. And Trump and most people who are claiming that there is no genocide in South Africa are basically saying that since Trump is racist, he doesn't want non-white refugees or immigrants. So they're saying that Trump is lying about the genocide or a genocide happening so that he can basically take the predominantly white Christian Afrikaners to fill all the refugee quotas. Please correct me again if I'm wrong, but on October 30th, 2025, the Trump administration announced a refugee cap for 2026 at 7,500, which is the lowest in US history. This is half the previous record low of 15K, which was set by the Trump's first term. And from 1980 to 2025, US has averaged a cap of over 92,000, and Biden set the cap in 2025 to 125,000. Also, Executive Order
Okay,
14204 explicitly
Samantha,
yeah.
this has the claim about the genocide in South Africa is independent from America. This has been there without America being involved way before Trump.
Was anyone previously before Trump made the claim?
Yes.
Who? Wait, really?
Yeah, for years
Who?
this has been a case. Who? Many people. This has always been
Who's
a
been
case.
making,
I mean,
who's been making this
like
claim before Trump? What?
everybody, like, oh my,
I have never
yes.
heard anyone make this claim
Oh my God.
before Trump.
Okay, just Samantha, just because you didn't, I mean, I remember this on the news all over the place before Trump was even president. So just because you haven't heard about it, it doesn't mean it didn't happen. This was the case all the time. This has been, I mean, this has been on the news for
Can you
years.
name one person who's claimed this before Trump? Because I have never heard this before.
Multiple
Lawrence
reports.
Southern.
There's multiple reports.
Who
That's
is
not a good
that?
example. No, forget the Samantha. There's many reports on this. This was on the news. Do you want me to go find the name of the journalist that I've heard about? Like, I don't know that. Like, I saw it in the news. I didn't remember.
I've never heard this before.
Samantha, stop interrupting me. I'm explaining something to you. Okay, I saw this on the news. I remember seeing this on the news, and I don't remember the name of the person that was giving this on the news. Like that, like you asking me for the name of the person that I heard this from. That's a ridiculous ask. But so just this is not everything is about United States. Okay, this has been the case. This has been something that the white people in South Africa have been fighting against before it was at all independently from United States. Not everything is about Trump. Not everything is about United States. Okay, there's that. Also, even if they're focusing on just the descendant of Dutch settlers, that is genocide because it's based on blood. Right? Like, oh, it's not against all white people. It's about these specific white people based on them being descendants of some other people. That would be genocide because it's based on you're basically targeting a group of people based on ancestry. So that would still be genocide. If even that was the case. But there's a lot of evidence. I mean, these people don't even hide it. The people, am I frozen? Hold on. Yeah, no. These people don't even hide it. And there has been, guys, I could go get all the information for you. If anybody else wants to talk about what's happening here, let me know. But yes, so here, let me see what I have. Okay, so we have years of brutal farm attacks. So rural white farmers are frequent victims of home invasions that involve extreme gratuitous, is that pronounced right? Torture. The severity of the
Gratuitous.
violence, burning, severe beating, leads many to argue the motive is deep-seated racial hatred rather than just robbery. So they don't do this to other communities. Like, it's not robbery. They go there and they, beyond just taking stuff and destroying stuff, they are extremely violent to them. They torture these people. They torture these people. That is, most experts are you say that this is only because, like, it's only explainable because of the deep hatred they have for these people, right? And again, as you admitted yourself, it's based on ancestry, not because of anything these people did themselves, right? And then we have the kill the Boer. How do you pronounce it? Boer. Kill the Boer. What is that?
Can you just
That
pronounce
like,
it like the animal?
Kill the Boer.
it's
That's
like
correct.
just like the boar, the animal. Okay. So what is this? Is it kill the Boer chant? Is Boer referring to white people? Does anybody know? Like, is that referring to populist
I
Yeah,
get
so
politicians? Mostly
so
first.
Boer
Yeah,
is
Amanda,
an
go ahead.
Afrikaner word which means farmer, and it's reference to the Dutch white farmers.
Okay, there we go. So the leader of the EFF party, his name is Julius Malema, regularly sings Dubul Ibhuno, which basically means shoot the boar, at massive political rallies, referring to white people, right? The white farmers. Yeah.
Jeffrey put links to these videos in the chat. Okay, I have like 8 twos on this topic, but I really want to get to the next one. So I just want a quick response from Mano, who lived in South Africa, and then we'll move on.
Ooh,
Mano, go ahead.
we got 8 twos in the chat. Let's see.
Mano? Yes, no? Mano was just speaking. I know your microphone works, but you're currently muted.
Mano?
Okay. I think he's having some sort of technical issues. His sound goes on and off. Okay, I will give you 15 seconds.
I'm back on now. Was my name called? Sorry.
Yes. Go ahead, respond.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry, I had some technical issues. So I just wanted to share that I'm actually from a neighboring country to South Africa. I'm from Mozambique to be exact, and I'm speaking as a Trump supporter living in the U.S. because I lived and worked in South Africa many years, and even to this day I have very close ties to several people in South Africa. So what's actually closer to the truth is that it's not genocide per se, but there have been isolated cases of white farmers that have been killed and attacked in South Africa. So obviously, the way that it's been communicated in the media in the U.S. Doesn't 100% reflect the reality on the ground. That's what I can say. But it is factual that Julius Malema, who is the leader of the EFF, that party was formed literally over a bit over a decade ago. He does normally chant "Kill the Boer," and he has been, interrogated in court over that, and he claims that it's just a chant, but not an actual order. Yeah, so that's sort of closer to the truth. So actually, when there was a meeting between President Trump and Cyril Ramaphosa, who's the president of South Africa, quite a lot of people in South Africa were quite outraged by that press conference when there were the claims around the genocide. So in a nutshell, yeah, there have been isolated cases. There have been cases of quite high-profile white farmers that have been murdered, and that was due to grievances that the farmers had with the specific owners. But to my knowledge, there hasn't been an actual case of like mass genocides toward them.
Wait, wait, hold on.
So the truth is somewhere.
Hold on, just give me a second. Okay, so if they're attacking white people because they're white, because of their ethnicity, how's that, and wanting to eliminate them? That's the literal definition of genocide. Like, I mean, am I missing something here? You have the intent.
No, I get what you're saying, but okay, on one hand, there is a chant that goes on, but what I'm saying is that from the isolated cases,
there's not just the chant, there's also action, right? We have the chant, which shows the intention. We have the violence. We have the extreme torture, shows that it's based on hatred for the white people. It's with the intention of destroying them and killing them and wiping them out, which basically is the very definition of genocide. Remember, genocide is not based on. Remember, genocide is not defined based on how successful you are, and it's not based on numbers. It's based on the intent, right? Even if your intent for violence is to kill a group of people with the intention of wiping them out because of their ethnicity, even if you don't get the numbers, that is still defined as genocide. You could have a huge massacre of people that is not genocide, even if it's in large numbers, right? And you could have a small amount of killing of people with the intention of wiping them out because of their ethnicity or their belonging to another group, and that would be genocide. So by definition of genocide, this is genocide.
Okay, okay. I would say that the truth is something closer to the middle.
I mean, being a genocide or not genocide is binary. Like, it's not a spectrum. Isn't it a binary thing? The only way it could be in the middle is that we had a spectrum for genocide, but we don't have a spectrum for genocide. It's a binary. You either are or not.
I really wanted to get to the next topic, which is
No, I don't. No,
yeah, because I personally didn't want to dwell on it too much, but just sharing my 2 cents on what I.
No, that's okay. No, I appreciate. No, Mano, I really appreciate. I appreciate you sharing your 2 cents.
To be fair, like
Can I
and from even what's been broadcast internationally, I would say that the group that has been a larger target of even Black South Africans in South Africa has been like Black foreigners from different countries. So I would say that is what's more prevalent in genocide.
Yeah, but that doesn't negate. But that's a different topic. That's a different topic, and it's kind of like whataboutism, right? It doesn't negate that this is genocide.
Okay, I don't want to go too much on this topic. I'd rather focus on the main cause.
Okay. So thank you for that, man. Thank you for your contribution. I do. So I know, Danny, you want to go to the next topic. You guys could continue the next topic after I leave. I really do want to. 1 second. Hold on. We will get back to you, Samantha. But I do want to hear some other opinions. I do want to see what Jeffrey has to say on this, because I do want to have that recorded. And then after that, you guys could continue having this conversation and the other topics. We'll get back to you, Samantha, I promise. Jeffrey, can you quickly add to this? I should have already left.
Very much anti-white violence systemic throughout South Africa. You named some of them. The EFF, I actually post some of those videos there. A lot of them are descendants of pro-Soviet trained terrorists, as was Mandela, by the way. The ANC, Umkhonto we says we, I'm probably mispronouncing that, otherwise known as the Spear of the Nation, or the kinetic arm of the ANC, that was involved in things like Operation Mayibuye, which was mass terrorist attacks all throughout the African continent, focusing heavily on South Africa, and did things like the Church Street bombings, and actually went after the Zulu and all this other stuff. That's on the ANC's website. So yeah, very much anti-white genocide going on inside South Africa. Now he's right. Mano is right that there's a illegal immigrant element going on there recently. That's like the March to March. That's going to be coming up in a couple of weeks in a Pacific city in South Africa. That's probably going to be spurring a lot of violence. Just because you have additional seasoning added onto the steak doesn't mean that the steak doesn't exist. Just because I put like salt and pepper, read, I don't like illegal immigration in South Africa, onto the steak, read, systemic violence against white people, particularly Boers, doesn't exist. That very much exists.
Yeah, I'm not negating that.
Hold on, excuse me, thanks. And so, like, not for nothing, amplified by any number of members of the autocratic bloc, both Putin's criminalized counterintelligence state and the Wagner group that's operating in there, kicking up destabilization so they can rob things like diamonds and raw resources. And the Chinese Communist Party, that's not a direct kinetic like participant, they're more like enabling elements to sit there and get the same access to the same resources.
All right, thank you, Jim. Samantha. No, Samantha, and then Mano, we could say you guys could talk about this forever after I leave. But Samantha, because you get your point in, and then keep it very short, please.
If
I'm already
South Africa's committing a genocide, then so is Israel. That is what I'm gonna have to say, because there are people in the Israeli government who do make similarly equal, like, homicidal comments about Palestinians, and there are settlers who are actively committing and have actually killed Palestinians in the West Bank because they were Palestinian. So if South Africa's committing a genocide, then so is Israel.
Samantha, you're going to have to save it for a guy's show.
No. That's nonsense, because it's Israel as a country does not target Arabs. Israel as a country is actually provides Arabs with the best opportunities compared to any other Arab or Muslim country. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. This is what we're seeing in South Africa is genocide at a systemic level. I'm pretty sure there are some people in Israel that might have racist views, but it's not the policy of Israel. It's not the policy of Israel. In fact, Israel is completely against it. When it comes to any threats that comes from Judea, Samaria, and Gaza, it's not. It has nothing to do with those people being Arabs. It has everything to do with that being a source of threat to Israeli civilians. That's the issue. It's not because it's not anti-Arab. Israel has 20% Arabs, and they have not only equal rights to the Jewish citizens, they have more rights than Jewish citizens. And you can see them. We have Arab judges in the highest courts in the land. We have some of the best jobs goes to Arabs in the universities. They're represented more than their share of the population. This is the best place to be an Arab and the best place to be a Muslim in the Middle East, and even if you include North Africa, is Israel. So to accuse Israel of genocide or apartheid or ethnic cleansing is ridiculous. That is not at all what's happening. We have politicians in South Africa singing about killing white people. Like that is not at all and that's a false analogy. That is insane.
Unacceptable, yeah.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.